Hi guys, I was just editing the video you're going to be watching. I wanted to give you a quick update. Freya is better. She's back at school today. Jesse, Liam, and I caught whatever she had. It is the weirdest thing. I literally just feel like trash. I kind of have a sore throat. I kind of have a cough every once in a while, but just like feel like garbage. Liam's the same. Jesse had a fever. Liam and I haven't had a fever, so it's just some weird bug, super weird. But just wanted you guys to know Freya's better. Hopefully Jesse and I should be feeling better any day now because it didn't last long for Freya. And Liam should be feeling better soon. He just started getting sick last night, so hopefully a couple days and he should be feeling better. But just wanted to update you guys. I know you all were very worried about Freya, but she's doing so much better. All right, into the video. Hi guys. I recently posted a video about Freya being sick, and we were unsure if it was a cough from her reflux or a cough from a bug. I had multiple people reach out to me to tell me how dangerous reflux can be and how we needed to get it under control. So I thought I would take you guys on a little journey of Freya's reflux. If you don't know me, I'm Marcy. I have 4 kids, the youngest of whom is Freya. She has a rare syndrome called Cornelia de Lange syndrome, and unfortunately, along with that comes pretty severe reflux, and it happens in the majority of the people that have CdLS. It seems to be the common thread across all the gene changes and all the severities that they just struggle with reflux. So I noticed Freya having reflux. I think she was about 4 days old, really young. I brought it up to the doctor in the NICU, and he said we are going to wait until she goes home because a lot of kids in the NICU have reflux, and we don't like to treat it until we know it's an actual issue and not just a prematurity issue, etc. So we get home, and the first thing I tell my pediatrician is, hey, she's got reflux and we need to do something about it. So he had us go see a GI doctor, pediatric GI doctor. He started her on ranitidine, which she had a bad reaction to. It made her throw up every time we gave it to her. So we quickly changed to, I believe, lansoprazole, and I don't know the brand name of that. I think it's Pepcid or Prevacid. I can't remember which one. Her reflux still was awful. We immediately elevated the head of her bed. We had to hold her straight up and down for feeds and keep her straight up and down. She never could lay flat, otherwise she would reflux. But we found kind of a system that worked. She was maxed out on the dose of medication she could have for her weight. We thickened her food. We fortified her food. We tried coconut oil in her bottles. Like everything we could do, we tried. I took caffeine, dairy. I already am gluten-free. Onions, broccoli out of my diet because she was drinking my breast milk or getting fed my breast milk through her NG tube. Basically everything we could do. When she turned 1, it got a lot better. We actually ended up stopping her reflux medication at 1 because there are a lot of long-term or side effects of long-term use of certain reflux medications. So we're always kind of on this line of we need to treat her reflux, but also we know it's dangerous that if she's on these medications long term. So when she was a year, we were very happy that we could stop her reflux medication. Fast forward until she was, I believe, almost 3. And her reflux came back with a vengeance. We ended up restarting her reflux medication, again, on the highest dose that she could have for her weight. We also took her off dairy, nuts, eggs, fish, gluten, soy, completely allergen-free diet, completely. That was because her GI doctor believed she had something called EOE, which is eosinophil esophagitis, on top of her acid reflux. So not only does she have acid reflux, but in her throat, her immune system was reacting to something that she was eating, and eosinophils, they're, I believe, a type of white blood cell, were stacking up in her throat, making it hard to swallow, narrowing her throat, etc. At this point, I went to her GI doctor and basically said she needs a feeding tube, and also I think she needs, there's a certain procedure you can do where you basically tie where your throat goes into your stomach, you tie the top of that so that the acid can't get up in. It's harder to get food down into their stomach. And our GI doctor was very amazing, and he knows Freya loves to eat. And he said, let's try, we're going to do this allergen-free diet. We are going to get her on the max dose of the medication and just let's see. So we did that. And it worked. So then her medicine kind of stopped working. And so we switched acid reflux medicines to a different acid reflux medicine, again, at the highest possible dose that she could be on. And that helped. And then just recently, it kind of stopped working again. And your body can kind of build up a tolerance to these medications. So we ended up switching medications again. And she is on almost an adult dose of her current reflux medication. And we just did that about 2 weeks ago. And we're kind of waiting to see if that helps or if we need to try a different medication or add a second medication on top. We have always had the head of her bed up. We are still on an allergen-free diet. She does do soy now, but she still doesn't do any other allergens. All this to say, I understand reflux is very serious. I understand she can get throat cancer from her reflux. I understand that her body can have all sorts of issues from reflux. We are very aware of this. We are doing everything we can. And I know people are well-meaning, but you have to know that when we've lived with this her whole life, we are doing absolutely everything we can do. I have been in contact with her pediatrician. I have been in contact with her GI doctor. We have an appointment with her GI doctor. I understand how important this is. She's my daughter. We have lived with this her whole life. We are doing all the things. So that's just kind of the run-up of all her GI problems from birth until now. We are hoping this new reflux medication will start working effectively. If it doesn't, then we will be doing other things. And this is why I always say that Freya doesn't have a G-tube now, but it could happen in the future. And it's mainly due to reflux, because when she has bad reflux, she doesn't eat as much because it hurts. She's in pain constantly because of it. And there are things that they can do, like I said, tying above the stomach. They can also put a tube straight into her intestine so it bypasses the stomach completely. All of those things are options, which we might have to do one day. But I hope we don't, because Freya loves eating so much. Also, we will do it if we have to. So, just wanted to give you guys all a quick update and kind of explain so that everybody knows we, of course, are taking it seriously, and we will continue to watch her and monitor her, and I will continue to email her doctor every day if I have to and see. I wholeheartedly trust this doctor's judgment. He has not only treated Jesse, he has not only treated Freya, he has also treated Jesse. And he's the one that figured out what was going on with Jesse's persistent cough. And it was something completely crazy, and he figured it out. So I have full confidence in her doctor that we will find a solution if this isn't the solution. We're just kind of in the wait and see period to see if this medication is going to do the trick or if we need to switch something around. So thank you guys for your concern. CdLS is just, it's awful. It causes this awful, awful reflux that is really hard to control. Even with the surgeries that they can do, I still know people that have awful reflux despite doing everything. So we have an eye on it. We will always have an eye on it. We will always do everything we can to help her. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the quick story listening.